Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I got some very special topics and articles that just came out that I'm very excited to talk about. But before I jump into today's video, definitely make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Leave a quick like on today's video. It takes a second. It helps me out a lot. Also, leave some comments and questions below today's video talking about the past few Bulls games and all the topics in today's video. Also, check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about how the Chicago Bulls are losing a second rounder due to the whole tampering situation. Coby White being out 10 days and Bleacher Report listed Cam Reddish as a potential Chicago Bulls trade target. So let's just jump right into it because in today's video, Billy Donovan did talk to Chicago Sun-Times. They put out a whole article talking about this situation. And Billy Donovan talked about the Chicago Bulls' early season success. And he also talked about if the Chicago Bulls are going to make a move for later in this season to, I'd say, address the lack of size. And I just say power forward and center depth on this roster. I know for weeks now, Bulls fans have been throwing out every free agent, every potential buyout target, every potential trade target on the market to try and get the Chicago Bulls some help. I know Bulls fans have wanted DeMarcus Cousins for a while. I saw he just signed with the Bucks, so I'm happy for him. I know some Bulls fans even wanted Kevin Love. I made a past video about that. And some Bulls fans have really been, I'd say, wanting Marvin Bagley for weeks now. So let's just jump right into this article. Also, huge shout out to Billy Donovan. You know, he has the Chicago Bulls playing great basketball. I mean, the Chicago Bulls have started this season great with a very good record. I feel like they've surprised a lot of fans and NBA teams. You know, Billy Donovan did win Coach of the Year last month. Huge shout out to him. He's gotten this team playing great basketball. You know, he is honored to be the 5th coach of the month in Chicago Bulls history. That's a great honor. Huge shout out to Billy. I'm happy for him. It's just great to see that this Bulls front office and Billy Donovan, I'd say, are finally, true professionals. Unlike the Bulls past front office with Garpax and Jim Boylan, this new front office, just they're all working together always, and they're all close and connected. And it's just great to see for the Chicago Bulls to be great again. But like I did say, this article did come out just the other day from the Chicago Sun-Times, and this article is titled, "Could Bulls Vice President Arturas Address Lack of Size This Season?" And obviously, there's been some issues with the Bulls playing smaller, but for right now, Billy Donovan was talking about this whole situation, and he said he's focused on fixing roster issues in-house, but then again, he also knows he has a very aggressive front office that is always looking to make this roster better. And Billy Donovan started by talking about how great the Chicago Bulls have been on the offensive and defensive end. And I'd say they've been through a lot of issues. You know, Vuce started out strong. Coby's got COVID now. You know, Vuce had COVID. And I feel like the Chicago Bulls can take their offensive and defensive levels to another level when everyone gets healthy and everything is corrected. And Billy Donovan did continue, and Billy Donovan said he believes there's in-house fixes all are available for this rebounding issue and defensive issue at times. And he did say at some point, however, that might change, especially with Arturas as the vice president of basketball operations. You know, I think it's obvious Arturas and Mark Eversley have shown patience with their first year with the Chicago Bulls, but they've also been very aggressive in turning weaknesses into strengths, and that was obvious in this past summer when the front office almost completely flipped this entire roster. And this interview was a few days old, and Donovan was asked before the game versus the Miami Heat if the lack of size could lead to a fix from outside the organization, and he indicated that the front office is always looking to upgrade this roster. You know, Billy Donovan did say they have not spoken about that yet. He said, "My guess is that Arturas, Mark, and all those guys are watching the team every day and always looking at ways they can help this group." So that's definitely interesting that the Bulls have not had any, I'd say, talks about adding a power forward. While I do expect the Bulls to add a power forward, I'd say closer to the trade deadline, I feel like every NBA fan and Bulls fan expect the move to happen. I mean, look at what this front office did just this past summer and how aggressive they were, you know, adding Demar, adding Caruso, signing and trading for Demar, Lonzo, you know, just making the moves that the Bulls need to make to be a good team in the NBA. I think it's just a matter of time waiting for the right free agent or right player to get bought out or put on the trade market. And I do believe the Bulls front office will attack and get their guy. I mean, they have always got the guy they needed. So definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about Billy Donovan, talking about that whole situation. Also, let me know below today's video who is your ideal, I'd say affordable defensive big man target you guys would want the Chicago Bulls to add to this roster. You know, Chicago Bulls Talk on Twitter asked that question, and he said that a defensive big man is clearly the missing piece to this team, and I agree 100%. If the Bulls get a solid, just solid, you know, average defensive big man, I'd say at the 4 or a backup 4 or 5, this team is going to be even more deadly. And he continued and said, while I think Patrick Williams does return later this season, we still need another big man down low that can help Vooch out and defend the paint, and I couldn't agree more. You know, I heard Kendall Gill was talking at, like, I'd say on the post game after the Bulls won, and he was talking about how the Bulls could target Robin Lopez, and I agree. You know, I loved Rolo when he played with the Bulls a few years back. I believe he'll be bought out after the trade deadline, and I would definitely be open if the Chicago Bulls did target him. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video talking about that whole situation. And another article just came out yesterday linking the Chicago Bulls to a potential trade target that is reportedly available on the trade market. You know, the Chicago Bulls have been kind of linked and, like, I'd say connected to Christian Wood for a while now. I know a lot of Bulls fans have wanted the Bulls to trade for him, and I am 100% for this. And Kevin Connor of The Ringer did say there is expectation around the NBA that Christian Wood, who is in his second season of his 3-year contract, will receive significant trade interest, and the Houston Rockets will entertain offers. You know, Christian Wood is only 26, so the Houston could keep him, but there's also no sure thing he could stay come 2023. One of the many reasons he did sign with the Rockets over other interested teams was to play with James Harden, and James Harden didn't stick around long, and he, of course, got traded to the Nets. And I made a past video about a few weeks ago talking about this whole situation. Like I said, I know a lot of Bulls fans want the Bulls to trade for a big man, and I'd say specifically Christian Wood, and I am down. Like I said, Christian Wood is only 26 years old. He's been playing great basketball for the Houston Rockets. He's only making $13 million per season. So the Chicago Bulls could easily match that contract in my opinion. He is a 6'9 center / power forward with a 7'3 wingspan. For this season, he's been playing great basketball on a struggling Houston Rockets team that did beat the Bulls. I still can't believe that. But for this season, he has been playing about 31 minutes a night, averaging 16 points per game, shooting 46% from the field and 34% from the three-point line, also putting up an amazing 11 rebounds per game, 2 assists, about a steal and a block a game as well. I believe Christian Wood is the missing piece for the Chicago Bulls to win a championship. The Bulls will more than likely have to give up Patrick Williams and probably draft picks and maybe another young asset to get him. But if the Chicago Bulls truly do believe they're one player away and they want to go all in, I'm definitely down to trade all those players for Christian Wood. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel and the past few videos. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.